Dublin is a city. It's a very small city for a capital, and it's super well connected. Ireland is really a small country. It's a small little island and a gorgeous little island, but it's very well connected in terms of where it's based, where it's located in Europe. So we get a lot of people who come here who want to be just a short flight away from elsewhere in Europe, so they can do quick little weekends away. It's like a couple of hour flights, very inexpensive to get around.
Welcome to the Truly Expat Travel Podcast. I'm your host, Paula, and this is Season 2. On Season 1, I talked to expats about their favourite holiday destination. On Season 2, I'll be doing things very differently. I'll be chatting to expats about where they currently live, why they chose that destination, all those secret hidden gems that only locals know, like favourite restaurants, best neighbourhoods, things that tourists don't.
Welcome to the Truly Expat Travel Podcast. My name's Paula, and today I've got a great guest. So Dani I met last year at a conference. So she's going to talk about a really exciting destination that I absolutely love. And I, at one stage last year, felt like it was a second home. So let's get started. Welcome, Dani. Where are you? Who are you? How'd you get there?
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate the lovely intro. I am in Ireland. The one and only. I am in Dublin at the moment also. And yeah, the sun is shining. There's a sun eclipse that will be visible at some point today also. So everyone's really excited and kind of there's a buzz around in the air. So I founded Nomadeire, which is a digital nomads Ireland hub in Ireland. Irish hub in Ireland, So essentially this is for digital nomads, content creators, remote workers, freelancers. And we do an annual gathering, an annual conference and a festival where everybody gets together and everybody learns from each other and we travel and explore around the country and it's really fun. So that's my short intro.
And it was a lot of fun because I was there last year, so I can vouch for that. And how did you get to Dublin in the first place?
Gosh, well, I've been living here for most of my life. My family moved to Dublin when I was little. So I grew up in Dublin. Dublin's been my home for a long time. Though saying that, I'm also semi-nomadic. So I'm not in any country all year round, like all of the time. A few months a year, I'm always somewhere traveling for a little bit. But Dublin is my home and my base.
I can also vouch for that because she's a very hard woman to get hold of. Let's get started. Dublin.
Yes.
For those who have never been to Dublin, what makes it so special? And yeah, let's dive in.
Dublin is a city. It's a very small city for a capital, and it's super well connected. Ireland is really a small country. It's a small little island and a gorgeous little island, but it's very well connected in terms of where it's based, where it's located in Europe. So we get a lot of people who come here who want to be just a short flight away from elsewhere in Europe, so they can do quick little weekends away. It's like a couple of hour flights, very inexpensive to get around. It's one of the few English speaking countries in Europe, so that's another attraction for people, and one of the reasons they come, especially move to Ireland, relocate and stay, sometimes for a very long time, sometimes for a short time, kind of depends on their lifestyle and their preferences and their needs. But it's also a big tech hub. A lot of the headquarters are here for like the tech businesses. So there's tax incentives, etc. So that's kind of from a professional perspective as well. But otherwise, the weather's pretty mild. Dublin as a city is a coastal city. So if you want to go on a walk on the beach, within half an hour from most areas, you can get to the coast. It's within an hour from the mountains. So like for me, in terms of lifestyle, if I want to have a day where I'm just hanging out with my girlfriends and go for coffees, there's lots of options all around the city to just go from cafe to cafe and sit people watching, for example. But if I want to go hiking, I also have options of hiking within actually sometimes 40-minute drive. And it's great. Definitely an outdoor person. So I am always out and about exploring, hiking, spending time outdoors on the beach. At the moment with the weather we've had this summer has been incredible. Really warm sun. I know most of Southern Europe are struggling because of the heat waves all over. It's too hot, whereas in Ireland it's just perfect.
Yeah.
And I know it's not for the right reasons. Obviously with climate change and everything, things are shifting and in all sorts of directions. But it's been really, really pleasant here. And I've some friends from Spain saying, "Oh, maybe I want to come to Ireland." They're looking to escape the southern heat. So the north, the north is enjoying the current weather, and I feel like we're very lucky to have it. So you can really feel it in the air, and yeah, just lots of really, really, really nice things, and the kind of vibe. The people are great fun, good. What we say in Ireland, good crack, lots of fun. And yeah, so it depends if people are interested in enjoying the outdoor, the outdoors, if people are interested in like the professional side of things, Ireland's got a lot going for it, and Dublin itself is like a huge startup hub, so there's a lot of that too. Meetups, left, right, and centre. Like it's a really social place to be, and yeah.
My son loved it, absolutely loved it. So he was in, is it Howth? I always say it wrong. Is it Howth? Yeah, and he just loved it. He said if it wasn't for the fact that it rained every day, he would definitely be coming back again.
Don't tell him it stopped raining.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
It doesn't rain every day anymore. You know, we even had like dry grass for like a couple of weeks. It was just because there was no rain at all. It was so dry, which is really unusual. Definitely because in the winters it's wetter, hence it's green everywhere. It's so green. For like the Instagrammers. For the Instagrammers, you always get the perfect photos because it's just lush green everywhere. It's fabulous. But now it's lush green with blue skies.
Yeah, but yeah, I think there's always blue skies most of the time. Anyway, it's a little bit cooler than most parts of Europe. Yeah, and it depends, I think, on everyone's perspective and expectations. Sometimes you find beauty in all sorts of things, depending on what we're looking for, and how we choose to see it. I think it's just my perspective. I totally agree. So for someone who has never been to Ireland, okay, say that they're thinking of coming to Dublin, is it easy to get from the airport into the city? How would they get? Do you know how they would get there?
Oh God, it's really easy. I mean, there's lots of options. There are direct local public buses. There's also the air coach, which is the main kind of airport bus that costs a little bit more, but you could also just get the normal Dublin public transport bus, which is the most economical way to commute. But yeah, you get out of the airport and then they're there, and there's also taxis. So there are lots of options, and it's within half an hour. So again, Dublin is in that regard small and connected, so it's not difficult. And also getting around the country as well, there's lots of options.
Yeah, well, that was the question I was going to ask. Do you need to have a car, do you think, if you're in Dublin?
I mean, if you're in Dublin, no. There's public transport. There's the tram, the train and buses. It depends on where people are staying. If you're getting around the rest of the country, sometimes maybe. Some people, I have friends who've actually cycled around Ireland. Again, being a small country. One of my friends literally did like a coastal route, the entire island of Ireland, like all around. Stunning routes, obviously. But there are some places that are not possible to reach by public transport. So for some of those, a car will be helpful. Other places, you know, you can get relatively close by bus, and then from there figure out, you know, the West Coast, for example, if someone wants to see the cliffs of Moher, which is one of the big famous attractions, you could potentially just get a bus to Galway city, stay in Galway for a few days, and then do a day trip to the cliffs, which makes it easier. You're exploring another location, another base. Galway's a fabulous city. It's very artistic, musical. Like, I feel like half the musicians in Ireland are from Galway. Or at least you go there, you just hear music everywhere, every corner. Like, it's just a fun city, and it's really colourful. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So from Galway city, there's options. But yeah, there's like small, like local buses. Routes might not be as frequent. Sometimes, again, if it's like a little village in the middle of nowhere, there might be buses only a few times a day. So it's a case of planning a little bit in advance, or potentially renting a car for like a smaller part of the route once you get to the closest town or city in the area that you want to explore. Like Donegal, we were in Donegal as well last year.
Yeah,
was it last year or the year before? We were in Donegal first, and then we came to Dublin, right?
Yeah.
And Donegal is stunning. Like, it's such a gorgeous region. It's kind of large for Ireland, but there's a lot of places you cannot reach by public transport. And to get like to this kind of really wild, untouched nature, yeah, you need to improvise, be resourceful, meet some locals, or get a car.
Yeah, because I actually drove up there, but then I caught the bus back.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you leave the car? What happened with the
No.
car?
So I drove up there with my son and his girlfriend,
Oh, perfect.
and they took the
Yeah.
car and went back because it's not that far. I think they took 4
No.
or 5 hours on the way back, so it's not that
Yeah.
far.
So you're from a larger country.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, it's not far. I'm like, oh, it's the other end of the country. But actually, no, you're right. Ireland's so small. Like, I was speaking to somebody from Germany the other day, and I was saying, oh, it's a 3-hour drive to whichever place we were talking about. And they were like, oh, that's really close. I'm like, oh, I suppose it is. Yeah. Within a few hours, you can reach pretty much the end of the country, like going up and down, or east west. So yeah, it's very, very doable, and it's beautiful.
And do you think Ireland is a tipping culture? Is there a tipping culture?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, before we get back to the episode, I want to tell you about something I'm genuinely so excited about. I'm leading a women's only group to Taiwan this year, and I have just 2 spots left. It's called Taiwan Unbound, Temples, Peaks and Island Wonders, and it's exactly what it sounds like. 10 days, just us women, exploring one of Asia's most underrated destinations. And this one's a little personal for me. Taiwan was the first place I ever lived in Asia. It holds a very special place in my heart. And I'll be celebrating a birthday while I'm there, so you know this trip is going to be something worth making. We're talking 4 nights in Taipei, visiting the iconic Taipei 101, wandering through a historic old gold rush town, and releasing sky lanterns at a traditional lantern village. Then we head down south, a cruise on Sun Moon Lake, the vibrant port city of Kaohsiung, a Love River sunset cruise, and the wild, dramatic East Coast. Daily breakfasts, daily breakfasts and airport transfers are included. It's all mapped out, and so you just have to show up and enjoy the trip. This trip is designed for women over 50 who are done waiting for the right time to travel. The time is right now. Taiwan is extraordinary. The group will be incredible, and I'll be there right with you celebrating. But 2 spots only, and the deposit deadline is the end of July. So if this is your calling, don't sit on it. The link is in the show notes. Go have a look, and if you have any questions, reach out. You know where to find me. Okay, back to the show.
Potentially, like, not wildly tipping, maybe. Like, I think in the US, there's probably more of tipping culture than here, but on average, about 10% as a tip. I think some people decide whether a tip is to be given based on the service also, or just rounding it up a little bit. Yeah. Depends on where you go. I think it also depends on the kind of place. Is it expected? In some places, yes. In some places, it's kind of more casual, but it's nice to tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
especially
people work
if
hard.
The service is good. Yeah.
Exactly. They work hard. They do get paid, but like, the pay in the services industry is not necessarily reflecting the amount of work gone in. They work long hours. So like, if it's just a case of giving them a little tip, I think they deserve it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree.
In most cases, yeah.
And in your opinion, what's the best time to travel to Dublin?
Like now. now. Today would be a really good day.
Yeah, yeah.
Today would be great, just if you can make it just before the eclipse.
So you think summer, August, September?
100%. Summer is brilliant. Summer is amazing. Like, I remember I used to live in Barcelona, and when I was there every August, I would escape the heat and literally just come back to Dublin, because also to see family and friends. But it was the perfect time to escape the heat, the humidity. And right now, like Spain, Italy, well, pretty much like most of Southern Europe, it's very, very hot. And it's kind of challenging. People are, some people are struggling. Obviously, if you've got work, if you've got aircon, depending on if they're in a coastal location or not, it's different. But in general, it's just really lovely right now. And in the summer would be my general recommendation, because you see the best of everything. You see Ireland in its kind of best light, in all of its colours. Well, maybe
Yeah.
there's more colours in autumn. So come in summer and stay for the autumn.
Yeah.
But it depends. Like we've people coming in the middle of the winter. Spring is also lovely. I think it depends on what people are looking for, what they're after, what kind of expectations they have, if they're an outdoor person or not. There's people that go out hiking in the winter and they really want to feel like the wind and the rain,
Yeah.
on their face.
Yeah.
And the grey skies, there's sometimes something a little bit serene and calming about this type of weather too. And one of my favourite islands, Achill Island, if you go there, whatever the weather, it feels magical. There's like something in the air. So
Yeah.
but summer would be what I would recommend to the majority.
One thing I never got a chance to do that I really wanted to do was actually stay in a lighthouse. Because a lot of your lighthouses are accommodation now.
Oh,
And
so cool.
yeah, that's one thing. And I thought winter would be lovely because then you've got all the waves and it's
The
I don't know.
wild nights.
Yeah.
Sounds like, what's going on? But it's kind of exciting. And no
I
one's going to come in.
exactly. And you know what? I actually was there February this year, and it was actually nice. It was not too cold.
No, it actually never gets that cold, I think. I mean, compared to a lot of other places and also the rest of Europe, like the rest of continental Europe, the winters get very cold. Like when snow comes, like it can get really, really cold. So Ireland's, I think it's just in general milder in every way. But yeah, the lighthouse, I've never stayed in one either. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, I really want to do that. That's going to be, if I ever get back there, that because I was going back quite a lot now that they've left.
Yes.
I don't really have an excuse to go.
Oh, you can visit me.
Yes, I can. But I think because September, I was there last year, September, I saw you then, and it was beautiful weather. Like
it was
not
really
too
nice.
hot,
We
not
went
too
swimming.
cold.
We went swimming last year.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so that was fun. To be honest, I don't know whether it's like some kind of like, God working at it, the universe or whatever, or if it's just, I don't know what it is, because like even though summer ends, if we usually have our event after the summer and we always get pretty decent weather for it. We get sunshine, we can go swimming, we go to the beach. Some people like try a bit of sunbathing depending on, the program and stuff. But we've had decent weather usually. It's kind of like the extended summer that we still manage to get.
Yeah.
And there was 1 year in one of the events, we actually had the weather switched in August. It kind of got a bit rainy and a little bit cooler. And then the week we had our event, which was just after, it picked up again and the sun came out. And I was like, thank you.
That's so nice.
It was lovely. Yeah, and it's not like I sit there praying all day, give us sunshine, give us sunshine. Well, sometimes maybe I could or should. I think I have at least once. But it does actually, like we usually have really lovely weather. So I plan it, with my friends.
Yeah. Last year I started doing the sauna and then swimming in the ocean in Ireland. That has now my thing. I just love that. I love that. The one thing I didn't understand though is that when I was in the ocean and people were not going in the sauna, they were just swimming in the ocean and it was absolutely freezing cold. That I don't understand. But the whole sauna by the water and then jumping in the ocean, honestly, next level. It's so amazing. And there's so many in Ireland.
Incredible. It's true. There seems to be more popping now. Every so often I see there's new ones coming up. So yeah, that's a really cool, popular experience nowadays. It was not a thing before. Now it really is a thing. I know like a lot of Scandinavian countries have this, that it's so common that you jump into the snow or ice, like even more potentially extreme for me.
Yeah.
But and then you go into the sauna. But like obviously for the health, there's huge benefits. The hot and cold for the immune system, it's incredible. In Ireland, like you said, the sea itself can be cold. If anyone's coming from tropical countries, you're in for a surprise.
Yeah.
But in our lovely warm weather in the summer, it's actually still refreshing and lovely. But I have to say, sometimes, like, the Wim Hof method, like the ice bath challenge and all these things, it's like sometimes swimming in the Irish Sea, but definitely in the winter, it feels like you're doing the Wim Hof ice challenge. You go in, get your ice experience, you come out. So there's benefits. There really are really great benefits. I have a friend of mine who swam every single day, all year round, every year. I don't know if she's still doing it, but she used to like wake up every morning, go for a swim first, regardless of the weather, the time of the year, the cold. It would be like a quick swim. But for her health, she decided this is what I'm doing, and she stuck to it for like a long time.
So cool.
But in the summer, it's less cold, obviously, and then there's still the saunas, and it's a really beautiful experience. And then like you can still sunbathe in between.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's
but yeah,
nice.
I love it.
It's
I'm hooked on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also in winter, snuggling up in a pub, drinking a Guinness by
I
the fire. It just
know.
there's something quite special about that too, right?
Or hot whiskies are also nice. Here's Dani
Ah,
promoting alcohol.
yeah,
No,
I know. But
hot
I
whiskey,
totally agree. Totally
hot
agree.
whiskey, port. I mean, coming up to Christmas,
Yeah.
kind of like mulled wine as well is just lovely. So me and some of my friends, we go for hikes. One year we went actually in Achill surfing. So surfing, you're in the water with your wetsuit. It does get fresh, cold, cool, and then you come out. And so in Achill, the experience was there was this bus on the beach, which was fabulous. It's like a bus that turned into a cafe. So we finished our surfing session, and we were all cold, and then we went for our hot drinks on this lovely bus. It was kind of romantic as an experience. It was so lovely. And then hiking, after a long hike, going to a pub with like a local meal, like say a burger with a drink or a hot beverage. Just nothing beats it. You're like, you've done your exercise, you feel good, you were cold, and you're warm. It's soothing, it's comforting, and then you have like Irish pubs in general are just so cozy, aren't they? So you really can just relax and enjoy the vibe, and then you want to stay there for hours, and not even necessarily just drinking alcohol. It's not about that. It's about the feeling, the comfort, the coziness, and the company usually.
And everyone's so friendly there as well. You know, like you end up chatting to the table next to you anyway, or that's just
you
me.
do. No, I'm saying, well, maybe it's just us. I can go alone, no problem, and I could just sit somewhere, and by the end of the evening, I've like 10 new friends.
Yeah, I'm
or like
the same.
10 new besties. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you drink Guinness? Should I even be asking that?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So is there, like everyone always says that they have a favourite place that they have Guinness. Do you have one? Like,
oh gosh,
is there one that's the best Guinness that you know of?
Are Guinness watching this? Do I have a favourite Guinness place? There's one pub, I can't remember the name of it right now. It's on Dame Street. It's a very little old, kind of an old man's pub as it's referred to. Yeah. And they've fabulous Guinness. That's just in Dublin. Yeah. But lots of kind of smaller bars, not the typical touristy spots, not inside Temple Bar personally. I mean, obviously the prices also change when you're in these spots. But Johnny Fox's pub, I don't know if you've been to it before. It's in Wicklow. It's like the highest level pub in Dublin. It's super colourful and wonderful atmosphere. That also has my favourite seafood chowder.
Okay. Okay, good.
So you could go and get your seafood chowder and then get a Guinness. I find countryside pubs, they all have great Guinness. Yeah. In general, in Ireland, it should be the best than anywhere else in the world because it's made here. So like the actual water that's used is the original source of water. This is what they say, that if you try Guinness anywhere else abroad that isn't Ireland, it doesn't taste the same. So if you've never been to Ireland and you like Guinness, well, you have to come to the source and try the best.
Yeah, exactly.
In Ireland.
So we went to the Gravediggers
They should
pub.
pay me for this.
Yeah, they should. It was sponsored by Guinness.
I know.
But we went to the Gravediggers pub because everyone kept saying it's the best Guinness, it's the best Guinness, best Guinness.
Great.
I don't even drink Guinness, but my son does, and he said, yeah, it was really good. But I was also quite fascinated. It's a really old pub, and there's so much history there. I didn't realise that the cemetery next door was where Michael Collins is actually buried. I was like blown away. You know, but anyway, I'm a bit of a history buff, so that was quite exciting.
There's lots of little surprises that Ireland has. Yeah, there's a pub. I think we went to it last year together. Or I don't remember if you joined. It was the day before the event kicked off along the quays by the river. Did you come to that one?
The day before, I went to the one the day before. Yes,
that was another one, like a lovely pub. Yeah. Lovely. But since you're focused on Guinness, lovely Guinness. I was going to say in general. For me, it's a lot about the people too. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can taste the difference. And in Ireland, at least among the ladies, myself included, one thing that's popular with Guinness itself, because it can taste a bit bitter. No, it is the flavour of it. A drop of blackcurrant syrup.
Yes.
Like, so it adds this sweetness. Have you tried it?
I have tried it, and actually I liked it. But yeah, and my husband was like, I'm not buying you that. I'm not going to the bar and asking for that.
He's like, I'm just going to get you pure Guinness.
Yeah.
Well, it's a girly thing to do. It is.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't drink beer, but I actually liked it with the a little bit of the raspberry in it. So don't come at me for those people that are Guinness drinkers. So what would you say your favourite meal or a typical meal would be if you were in Dublin?
Oh gosh. I probably will give you random answers that are not expected at all. And what should I say? Guinness pie? Is that since, if we're getting this sponsored by Guinness?
Yeah.
Irish stew can be delicious. I mean, if you're looking for traditional Irish food, like a hot meal after a cold experience is where it's at. The pubs in Ireland have great food. A Sunday roast is a very kind of popular and very comforting type of meal to have. I also there are some places that have really nice vegetarian food, so that's kind of different. There's one of the restaurants that I really like is called Cornucopia, and their food is divine. Like, it's vegetarian and it's delicious. Like, they have salads, they have hot and cold. And then their desserts are amazing. But if you want to talk about food, I'd be here for hours. Rustic Stone as a restaurant has incredible food. Someone from my family used to work there, so we used to go there frequently because you get some kind of like discount. I don't remember what the arrangement was, but we would go there often. For every birthday, we were like, let's go there, and it's just magic. Yeah, there's loads of places. I'm a foodie. I love food.
Me too. I am as well.
I've probably eaten at half of Dublin. I also I like Asian cuisine too, some Italian nice spots too. So it kind of depends on who's into what. But like, for a really authentic Irish experience, I would actually explore the pubs. They actually have really decent food. Yeah.
Food. And if you only had 3 days, and say I was coming to visit. Yeah, I know there's so much to do, and 3 days doesn't even touch the surface. But if I came over, never been before, and you as a local, where would you take me on those 3 days?
Tour guide, your private tour guide.
Yeah.
Is it Dublin only or Ireland? The entire
just
country?
Dublin. Just
okay,
Dublin.
that's a bit easier. Grant. I would definitely take you to a coastal spot. So you mentioned Howth, where your son was living. Actually, Howth is lovely. Like, that whole region, there's a cliff walk in Howth, which is really nice. There's a couple of little bays to dip in for a bit of a swim, and then walking relatively close walking distance, or by like a couple of stops on the bus or train, is there's the other beaches like Malahide or Portmarnock. They're very, very popular. That's the north side coast. Alternatively, south side coast, past Dún Laoghaire, which is a small harbour town. You've got also lovely beaches and lots of really great fish and chips. The coastal towns have like the best fish and chips. So I'd take you to a coastal location. We could do a beach walk and a little hike, which is accessible in Dublin. Howth is good because it's in the county of Dublin. Also, Bray is an alternative on the south coast. South side, that would be Bray to Greystones walk. Amazing. You're walking along the cliff and you just these fabulous views. It's gorgeous.
Wow.
It's very, very doable, not a difficult walk. And fish and chips. So that you'd get your fish and chips, you'd get the mountains, the coast. Then around Dublin city centre, there's lots of, if you're a history buff, lots of history. So architecture, for sure, some of the kind of big highlights, the sites are within like a half an hour walk from each other. There's loads of museums and galleries. Many are free. Some are free on a certain day of the month. And maybe a drink by the river or by the canal in Dublin. I like water. Definitely a night out at a local pub with preferably live Irish music. So we do a bit of dancing, a bit of Irish dancing. A lovely Sunday roast. How many days are we at there? So we could do our hiking and sea trip with fish and chips, hike followed by a roast. Every night we go to a different pub, and then one day sightseeing around the city centre. Yeah, that's 3. There you go.
Nice.
You're like, book me in.
Book me in, because did you know what? I also remember I did like a walking tour, which was great because it gave me an understanding of the history and bits and pieces. But I also remember you saying that there's a double-decker bus that does like a high tea.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Did you?
Yeah, There is the double-decker kind of, it's like one of these hop-on and hop-off buses. So he does an extended version of Dublin city centre because he goes into the Phoenix Park, which is the biggest park in the country,
nice there.
where
Yeah.
like you find deer in the park. You can actually walk to it from the centre, those who don't know. It's about maybe an hour just casually walking to get there, or you could get a bus to it. You'll see deer walking around because there's deer that live in the park, even though it's like a city park. It's unusual, but it's really cool. President lives in the park too. And there's like the presidential kind of White House of Ireland, let's say. There's like lakes, cafes, there's a zoo in there. It's a big park. It's massive. So for doing sports and stuff, it's really popular. There's loads of like kind of sports activities that can happen there, picnics and that. So the double-decker hop on and off bus goes into the park as well. And then it goes around, like we have a ghost, what's it called? There's a ghost bus, but there's an experience that people can also try and like go to places where, again, it's all part of history. Yeah, it goes to lots of different sites, and you could get your ticket, you explore, and then you go back to the bus, and then you keep going. So you don't have to you can stay on the bus because it's got a view from the top. It's open at the top, so you can just enjoy the views and take pictures and just kind of enjoy that vibe. But if you want to get off and go to a museum, go and explore it, go do your thing, and then get back on the bus and keep going and go to the next spot. So you don't have to think about like necessarily walking all day or like, will I have time to get to all the spots? That kind of
it's a good feeler. Yeah.
It definitely fills and helps with that.
Thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you think that other people would like to know? Is there any tips or that you haven't?
Book your flights.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, Ireland, it is a lovely, charming little country. One way to arrive here is obviously by plane, which is the case for pretty much most countries in the world, but also you can come here by ferry too, from France, from Spain, from the UK, and that's another nice experience to arrive on a boat. And depending on which part of, Ireland, because you either arrive like Cork and the south, or like Dublin and kind of the east coast. It's a cool experience. I've done it myself multiple times, and it's just lovely. Like sometimes if it's a longer or shorter ferry journey, that turns into its own little adventure. And then coming into Ireland, there's lots of adventure stuff that you can pack in. I also would recommend coming to one of our events with Nomadeire, because we include culture, history, nature into a business, personal and professional development program. So it's fun and educational, and it's fun and you get to scale your business. It's fun and you get to compete and win prizes and meet cool people. And this year we have investors coming. We have an AI company that's a big part of it, and they're giving lots of freebies to people. There's a lot of cool stuff. So like obviously if people are interested in like, maybe they've been building their AI products and they're like, I can't afford to go on a trip now, I don't have time. Well, actually you can come here and finish your AI product, pitch it to an investor, and then go horse riding afterwards, for example. So there's a lot of opportunities, and I would definitely say look into that. If you are looking to find out more about Ireland, our projects, check out Nomadeire, Nomadeire, which means Ireland. The latter part means Ireland in Irish. And come and join us. You can learn a few words in Irish, do a bit of Irish dancing with us, and we'll also definitely explore the local pub scene. But then during the day, you get to learn and network as well. So there's loads happening, and I'd love to have you join us.
Excellent. I'll put all that information in the show notes. But what dates is the conference?
The conference, the main conference is the 1st to the 3rd of September. This year we've expanded it to a whole town festival for the entire week of that week, and we're in Naas in County Kildare, which is less than an hour outside of Dublin, so it's very accessible also on public transport. You don't need to rent a car to get there. And at the end of the week we also have a matchmaking festival for singles, global singles, so we've internationals flying into Ireland for this, and lots and lots of Irish also attending. That's another event which is going to be in Dublin the 4th to the 6th of September. So there's a lot going on, hosted by our community and for our community. So come, have fun, meet someone cool, grow your world, expand your life.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dani, for coming on. I really hope that people get to experience Dublin, because it is an amazing city to go.
Incredible.
So anyway,
thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, and thank you everyone for listening to the Truly Expat Travel Podcast. Safe travels, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you for joining me on the Truly Expat Travel podcast. If you liked this episode and you found it valuable, then why don't you go ahead and like and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode moving forward. I've got some amazing guests and some fantastic destinations coming up. But if this is the episode and this is the destination that you really want to go to, then I suggest you head over to trulyexpattravel.com, where you'll find travel guides and deep dive into this sort of destination. If that's not what you want and you can't find an episode that is a destination you want to travel to, then head over and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because I'm pretty sure you'll find something there. In the meantime, safe travels, and I'll see you next week. Hey, it's Paula here. I just wanted to take a few seconds to say thank you. Thank you for listening to this show. It really does mean the world. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you could leave us a review. It helps people find us, and honestly, it just keeps this podcast going. And if you're feeling extra generous, well, we have a buy me a coffee option. Every little bit helps me making episodes like this one.